Welcome to this month's Wallace Branch Bird Talk. I'm Matthew Borders, and today we'll be talking about a wonderful winter visitor to our neck of the woods, the Cedar Wax Wing. This is one of my personal favorite bird species, and I hope you enjoy learning about them today. This won't be an exhaustive look at them, but at the end I'll show you where I got all today's information and where you can learn more in-depth information about these amazing birds. Now, on to the nitty-gritty. So, first thing we'll go over is identification. Luckily, it's pretty easy for the species. Waxwings are silky, smallish, medium-sized songbirds, maybe 3/4 the size of a robin, with beige heads and backs, creamy yellow stomachs, black face masks, gray wings and tails. You'll also notice that they have a little crest that they can raise or lower depending on how alert they are. And of course, we can't forget their namesake, their red and yellow waxy wingtips. They come from the berries that they eat and can even be orange instead of red depending on what the particular individual eats. Males and females are similar in appearance, with the male's face mask being slightly darker. Adults have the same plumage year-round and will attain this plumage in their second summer. You can see on the left that juveniles they look like much splotchier, kind of patchier adults, not nearly as clean looking, but they have no face mask, they don't have the waxy wingtips, and they'll look like this after they leave the nest until they molt in spring. Overall, waxwings in general are very easy to identify by plumage, but their silhouette is also very distinctive and they're rarely seen alone. So a large flock of small crested songbirds with high-pitched whistly songs in the winter is a dead giveaway to their identity if you can't clearly see their plumage. So cedar waxwings are one of 3 waxwing species and the only one that we see here in Georgia. The other 2 are the Bohemian waxwing, found further north, and the Japanese waxwing of Asia. So now that we can tell these birds apart, let's talk a little bit about their ecology and behavior. As you can see here from this wonderful picture, waxwings are highly social birds, even in the nesting season. They nest in loose clusters with territories that don't extend much farther than the nest itself. And in the winter, wandering flocks of around 30 to 50 birds are very common. Their diet consists mainly of berries, but they do rely more on bugs in the spring and summer. When bug hunting, they'll usually fly out from exposed perches to catch flying insects like dragonflies and mayflies, but will also pluck leaf-dwelling insects like budworms as well. As stated before, the wax from their berry-heavy diet is what causes their colorful feather tips. Waxwings also help disperse plants through defecating berry seeds. Fun fact. They communicate mainly through high-pitched, buzzy whistles, but they also communicate through body language, namely through raising their crest to signal anxiety or being threatened, or in the case of a female rejecting a male's courtship advances, opening their beaks and raising their crests while poofing up. Nests are woven together using grasses and other fibers, as well as twigs. The nest is built by both the male and the female and is placed anywhere from 6 to 50 feet up on a horizontal branch or in the fork between 2 branches. Generally, waxwings like nesting in open woodlands or old fields with suitable trees. So, just a few more fun little facts about waxwing behavior and ecology. So, waxwings are monogamous, which means they form pairs as opposed to polygamous birds, where the male will mate with several females in his territory. If the first nesting attempt of the season is successful, the pair will stay together to try again. Generally, waxwings nest twice in a season, and when males court females, he'll grab an item like a flower petal or berry, jump up and down in front of the female, then give her the item. If she reciprocates, she'll dance with the item as well and give it back to him. Young birds flock together after leaving their parents' nest and mature into adults together. They become fully grown adults in their second summer. Cedar waxwings have a lifespan of about 7 years. We know this from bird banding efforts, which is where researchers will catch birds in mist nets, take their measurements, try to roughly deduce their age, etc., and put a uniquely numbered aluminum band around their foot. Sometimes scientists will catch banded individuals again, and from that, they can deduce lifespans of wild birds. According to the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, the oldest recorded waxwing was an individual that was recaptured by a banding station at 7 years and 1 month old. So waxwings are also nomadic, which means flocks move around in search of food throughout the year except when they're nesting. Some other nomadic species include the pine siskin, which is a finch, and snowy owls. One little fun fact about waxwings is that they're often seen stumbling drunk after having eaten berries that have fermented and contain alcohol as a result. Don't worry, they take a little time to sober up and they're fine. So if you've watched any of our other bird talks, you may be familiar with how these range maps work, but if not, that's okay. This is the range map of the Cedar Wax Wing, courtesy of the National Audubon Society. So if you look at the map here, the dark purple areas are where waxwings are found year-round. So around here, come up Appalachia, coming up kind of right at the border of Canada. This is where you'll find them year-round. The red area is where some will migrate to breed. You'll only find them in the summer up here in Canada, coming down along here. And then the blue area here to the south is where they come in the fall and winter. Everything below here, and you'll see that we are just outside of their year-round range. They kind of come down here into the Blue Ridge foothills up here in Appalachia. We're right here, so we only see them starting in, say, late November, and we'll see them stick around until around April usually. Sometimes a little bit later, but usually not much. Waxwings are found in open woodlands, open fields, forest edges, gardens, parks, suburbs, and grasslands. They're particularly fond of holly berries around here, and you're most likely to find them in areas with plenty of trees. So, that is all I have for today. So here are the sources I got today's information from. Absolutely give these a look over if you'd like to learn more. Or check out what's available on the Pines catalog, and you can put some great bird books on hold there. You can always give us a call as well if you have any more questions. So, on behalf of the Wallace Branch Library and the Augusta-Richmond County Library System, I'd like to thank you for watching. Happy birding!